Paladins, Paladins, Paladins. This game often gets criticized for being an Overwatch clone or a TF2 clone, depending on which camp you listen to. And now then, while I do have my opinion on clones, I'm not going to talk about that this time. Instead, I like to talk about some flaws that I've noticed while playing Paladins. Now then, for a full-on disclosure here, I'm not going to be dissing or saying that Paladins is an awful thing at all. Matter of fact, if you want my opinion, I fairly enjoy it. It's my first toe into the water of the team-based shooter genre, and I had a lot of fun. Though, while playing it, I did notice some things that either, really bugged me and that I saw as a gameplay hindering experience flaw into it, or something that I've noticed when you get stuck with idiots on your team who don't know how to do a certain thing, or how certain things work. And today, I'd just like to talk about those. Now then, I'm going to start off with the more technical stuff, such as certain things that are programmed into the games that causes this to be a flaw, and then work my way down the list into something that can be easily fixed by not having an idiot or someone who's a complete just troll on your team or the other team. Now then, to start off on this list is the respawn time. And what do I mean by that? I don't mean just it being 6 or some seconds long. That's really not that long. However, when it does get to be painfully long, is once you're in a siege match, and the enemy team catches a point, if you'll notice something, that your spawn time will be literally almost doubled. Now then, don't quote me on this, because this is about the highest time I remember from my spawn time, but regular before the siege spot is captured, it's about 6 or 7 seconds for you to respawn. But however, once a siege is captured, the losing team gets punished by having their spawn time doubled. But however, the regular player team, the ones that are winning, nothing happens to their spawn time. Now then, this isn't necessarily to say that maybe it should be reversed or something, but I'd say actually just have it be normal for the losing team, because they are already losing, for crying out loud. Why do you need to punish these people? They aren't masochists. But instead, just cut down the winning team's time that they get to respawn, because honestly, it feels like more of a reward and something that you've earned, something you've been pushing for. However, I don't mind the fact that the more times you die, the longer it takes for you to respond. Just don't let the respawn time go over just a certain amount of time. Because, let me tell you something, there have been a lot of matches lost just because I didn't respawn in time to help. Next up is just the tutorial. It's fine if you want to know just the basic controls and how you're typically going to win this type of game, except for Onslaught. But if you're someone who wants to get into a certain class that you don't know very well, like healer or damage, and don't see the point of them between another class, then I would just suggest putting in maybe a tutorial to teach everyone something about a class they want to go into, or better yet, a training mode for that type of class, and give them a certain objectives. Because, you only start out with Victor in the tutorial, and the tutorial takes about 4-5 minutes tops if you're really an idiot like me. But other than that, it's just, I hate tutorials that are, really, really, really long and just try to teach you all of this stuff. I like the short tutorials, but however, I like some more in-depth tutorials. Just give me the option to do that. Now then, another thing is where the tutorial and the shooting range are located on the menu. To get to them, you need internet. I don't see the point to this, and honestly, it'd feel a lot more comfortable and a lot easier to kill some time if you had this not needing an internet connection. Because honestly, some people do get disconnected from the internet for a while or don't have internet for a while, and it might just feel a bit more, what's the word? More relaxing to know that I can at least hone my skills without needing internet connection. You know, that might be a nice thing. Again, not a huge complaint, but just a nice thing. Now then, I'm going to umbrella term this next one, and that is limiting character picks. Basically, in competitive play, there will be two ways that how you pick your character will be limited, because the team leaders of both teams get to ban one character. And on top of that, if you or an enemy picks a character to play as, both sides are limited and cannot pick that character. So if the enemy team picks Sky, for instance, not only can their side not pick Sky, but your side can't pick Sky. I like this. However, there is a little problem that I did run into, unfortunately, more than once. And if I ran into it, I know more people probably ran into it. Is that sometimes you'll have a team that tends to stack a certain class that has a lot of shielding, and it becomes extremely just... Okay, I'm calming down. Back on subject. The bans can get really unfair too, especially when it becomes the fact that two of the same class can get banned, and if a lot of people happen to play that one character or these two characters from this class, and those two characters get banned, then it just becomes just, why just ban this whole entire ban these two? I mean, I get it, a lot of people pick them and they're probably annoying, but honestly that does seem a bit unfair. I'd say one way to fix this would be to for one, is to limit both teams so that they can't have more than two of the same class on their side. And for the bans, fix it by having only one of each class be banned at a time. Such as, if you're going to ban a flank, then you can no longer ban any more flanks, etc., etc. One thing that needs to be desperately fixed are the characters new players start out with. Now then, if this has been fixed by the time that this video gets out, please let me know in the comments below. But the characters that I started out with were Drogos, Victor, Tyra, Cassie, Canessa, Sky, Pip, and Fernando. You wanna know what's the problem with all 8 of those characters? Well, let me tell you something. 5 of them are damage characters. Just... it's a bit painful, but that obviously needs to be balanced out. I'd say give either everyone 2 of each role for starting out, or just 3 of each role and just increase the number of how much it starts out if you need to teach certain mechanics, like splash or direct damage, or just from sniping damage and such. But, however, you could also fix it by having, again, giving everyone 2 of the same, every role starting out, and then putting any other types of characters that you want to teach the player, such as splash damage, sniping, yada yada yada. You can put that into a tutorial based around that class of character. That's a really possibly easy fix to start out with, and something that is completely optional if you want to learn more about this type of class. Now then, I want to talk about another subject that has to do with more of the player than it does the game, but I do feel as if that does deserve its own video. So, if you guys like this video, please do like and comment below. Also, subscribe to the channel, and if I get enough likes on this video and positive response on it, I just might make that video I'm thinking of. For now, this is Ice signing out. Make that video I'm thinking of. For now, this is Ice signing out.